Hello everyone, Chris here, and today I want to talk to you all about 5 reasons why you should be using a to-do list application. If you are a subscriber to my channel, you probably know that I've actually done quite a few different videos on the different kinds of to-do list applications which are out there, namely Wunderlist and Todoist, which I think that both of those are actually quite solid, though I do have a personal preference slightly towards Wunderlist. But why should you actually be using these applications in the first place? Which is probably an important question to ask yourself. So, one reason is that you can actually set or have automatic reminders for the different tasks you need to do from day to day. And this is very helpful in a way that you couldn't get from a non-application based list. In that, if you go up to settings, and I'm using the Windows 10 Universal app for this, which you would pick up in the App Store, you can check out the notification settings, which should be available in other versions of Wunderlist. And you can get email and push notifications. Specifically on Windows 10, in the bottom right-hand corner, a push notification is usually just like a pop-up that will let you know when you've actually got to go do something. In email, it's obviously going to send an email to your email account and let you know when you need to do something. So if you have both of these turned on and you're also writing things down in Wunderlist, it's a lot harder to actually forget to do things. And few things suck more than putting something off too long or just forgetting about it entirely when it was important and needed to get done. And then by the time you realize you needed to do it, it's already too late. So the reminders you can have in Wunderlist and applications like this are very helpful for that reason. The second reason that you should probably be using a to-do list, not necessarily Wunderlist, but just a to-do list application, is to be more productive by planning things out in advance. If you've ever read the 4-Hour Workweek book, then you may have run across the section where they actually talk about how it's important to plan your days out in advance because it helps you to stay on top of things and be more organized as you go into each day rather than kind of wandering randomly throughout life. And maybe you need to go to work, but beyond that, you have no idea what you're going to do in the following day, and it can become easy to be sidetracked without having a list up there. So, if you go into one of these apps, create different lists of items, maybe set dates that you need to complete each of them on, and then you check that at like once a day or something like that, it can actually help you be a little bit more focused, and that's a nice thing to have. Now, my third reason is to stay more organized, and this is more of a point in comparing different applications like Wunderlist to, say, having a physical list where you write things down on paper. And the advantage to these different apps is that almost all of them are going to allow you to create multiple lists and also to have folders to combine different lists and stick them in one different category. So one very common thing I'm sure a lot of people would want to do here is to actually separate their work lists and their school work lists. If you're a college student or maybe even a high school student, you could simply go ahead, create a new list, call it school, and then to keep yourself a little bit more organized, you can put all of your school tasks here, all of your work tasks here, and then you don't get confused between the two because you, of course, have them organized there. And you can go a step beyond that by, I believe, right-click on one of these categories, go to Create a Folder, and then you could have multiple lists in one folder. Now, this might be a little bit further than the average person needs, but if you do have a lot of different tasks throughout the day, maybe you're a very busy person, or let's say a secretary or a CEO, I'm sure they have tons of lists to keep track of. These kinds of features are very nice to have, and to do that on physical paper would be kind of a pain. Can you imagine the erasing you would have to do on top of that? So another advantage that these different applications have, most of them anyway, most of the good ones, allow you to have your data synchronize with the servers of the company hosting the application. So all of your data, all of your lists goes up on their servers, and you're actually able to synchronize that data between all of your different devices. So maybe you have a laptop, a work computer, a home computer, a mobile phone. You can access the same lists, update them, create new tasks, close out the ones that are completed, all of that from any device because it's all communicating with the same server. And that's really convenient because you don't have to maintain each different device individually. You just have one list and you can update it from just about anywhere at any time as long as you have access to some kind of computing device. Makes it very, very convenient. And the fifth reason that you should be using a to-do list app is simply because most of them are actually free for most of the features that an average user is actually going to need them for. So yes, you can upgrade to premium accounts. Maybe you have a business going on and you need some of those advanced features. But if you're just an average person or an average employee, likely you can get away with just using the free versions, and you can definitely try them out before you actually upgrade to those premium versions if you decide that the advanced features might be worth it, or you just want to support the company making these different apps. So if something's free, it's kind of hard to argue with that. You should probably give it a try at least, see how these kind of change your workflow, your day-to-day. Does it make you more organized? I think it will. So give it a try. I've been Chris, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.